Hey, gang! Today I'm taking you to the beautiful Lake Ohrid. The pearl of the Balkans, it is said. We visited only for a day, slightly off-season, in October. I'll show you what to expect in Ohrid, as well as what to see, and I'll show you the perfect sunset spot. It is a beautiful city that you must visit if you are in the Balkans. We traveled down from Skopje on a bus. If you buy your bus ticket online, like we did, we used the Flixbus. To be able to access the coach, you need to go and buy a bus station ticket. It is not much at all, it's only 30 dinars, but it's nice to know ahead, not to turn up very last minute. Skopje to Ohrid, it's about 175 kilometers, yet it takes 4 hours. It's mainly because they're building a new road at the moment. Apparently it's been going on for years. Let's walk down from the bus station to the town center. You'll see a lot of those little posters on the pillars. Those are basically the deaf notices. It is to make their local community aware when one of their neighbors passes away. It is nice to see that some cities still have a strong sense of community. As you'll see in this video, Ohrid is a beautiful city. It is the old capital of the Bulgarian Empire. More deaf notices over here. The different colors, it's the different religions. Anyway, this little hotel room with a balcony cost us €21 a night. Although they called this a rooftop, I can tell you it's not a rooftop, it's a balcony. And it was located a minute or two from the lake. So this is Lake Ohrid, one of the deepest and the oldest in Europe. You can go for a beautiful stroll along the lake. And if you looked all the way to the other side, well, you can see Albania. They also sell a lot of day trips to go and explore the lake on a boat. Sadly, we did not have time to do that, because we had less than 24 hours in Ohrid. But if we'd come in the summer when you can actually enjoy a good swim and everything, it's probably a great thing to do as well. It would have been way too cold for a swim in October. As you explore the high street with a lot of shops, you'll see a lot of pearls. Those are the famous Ohrid pearls. It is a family from Russia that imported the technique on how to produce them. At the moment, only 2 families know how to do it. They've got the secret recipe. The coating is actually made with the skin of a little fish called the plashika. It's a small fish, about 12 centimeters, and it is endemic to the lake. There are over 200 endemic species in the lake. Anyway, time for a shot. This is Pelinkovac, a local Balkan liquor. It is a sweet herbal liquor made with wormwood, mainly. They have a nice local selections of different liquors to try in the Balkans. Cheers! Now, time for lunch. Beans and sausages, that's a classic. That's a Macedonian salad, and that's a fish soup with trout. The trout is from Lake Ohrid as well. It's slightly different from the normal trout. And a little friend waiting for the leftovers. The Macedonian salad was lovely as well. It is completely different from the salad we'll call Macedoine in France. I don't know where France got their Macedoine from. The white beans with the sausages is a very local dish as well. You'll see it everywhere. There were once over 300 churches in Ohrid. That is how the city got the nickname, the Jerusalem of the Balkans. Now let's walk towards the old city. We did everything on foot because we had only a day, but I think it can also be quite nice to rent a bicycle or even a scooter to go and explore a bit further, to go around the lake and stuff. Aren't we just lucky today when we can just take a picture and Google will translate everything for us? This little plaque was apparently about some communist that gathered there at some point. There was a film that was filmed here in Ohrid in the 90s that you might have seen. It's called Before the Rain. I haven't watched it myself, but I did find it on YouTube. I will watch it eventually. Now, here we are. Let's enter the old city. By the way, the Cyrillic alphabet that we've just seen on the plaque, it was developed in Ohrid. Cyrillic was named after Saint Cyril, that developed the Glagolitic alphabet. But one of his students, Saint Clement of Ohrid, finalized the Cyrillic letters over here in Ohrid at the time of the First Bulgarian Empire. The language is very similar in Bulgaria. Apparently, Bulgarians today, they are demanding the local language here in Macedonia to be classified as a dialect of Bulgarian. That's why they are vetoing Macedonia's entry into the European Union, would you believe? If you do come through Ohrid, make sure you do have a stroll through the old city. It is beautiful. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Let's go and check the old amphitheater. It dates back to the 2nd century BC. So it was built for theater performances, but when the Romans took over, it was also then used for gladiators' fights. Apparently on some of the seats you can still see people's name engraved in the rock. Because at the time some people would book their theater tickets for life. We did not have time to look into the rocks to find those names because we were rushing to make sure we didn't miss the sunset. Oh, figs! Now let's go and take a look at the beautiful St. Sophia church. Sadly, we got there too late to go in the inside. That is a shame because I think they have some beautiful frescoes inside. The church dates back to the 11th century, and apparently it was turned into a mosque for a time under the Ottoman. The architecture might look a little bit familiar, because it is featured on the 1,000 dinars note. A lot of the things on the banknotes are actually located here in Ohrid. There's also a famous mask, an artifact, that is here in the museum that you can see on the banknotes. Now let's go into the National Workshop. It's a handmade paper workshop. It's free to enter. You can go and take a look. The tradition of making paper here started at St. Num Monastery in the 16th century. We did not get a chance to go and visit St. Num. It's one of the places you visit when you do a boat trip. It is located a little bit further out on the lakeside. They use the Gutenberg printing press here. They have an authentic copy of the original from the 15th century in Germany. Right, time for sunset. Let me take you to the best spot. That is the Church of St. John the Theologian at Kaneo. I think it is St. John's the Apostle. The church is perched on a cliff overlooking Lake Ohrid. It is a beautiful sight at any time of the day, but I think sunset is definitely the best. It dates back to possibly the 13th century. Historians believe it dates back to before the Ottomans. It is a mix of Byzantine and Armenian architectural influences. Quite rare, apparently. They also sell a lot of boat trips to go and see the sunset from a boat. Probably a great experience as well. Although personally I never really book sunset experiences ahead. Well, at least not in Europe in October. Because of course it might be cloudy and you might not have a sunset to watch. We were actually lucky because although it was a bit cloudy today, the clouds would not hide the sun, so it made it even more beautiful. My doggy friend agrees. There are a lot of stray dogs in Macedonia, but they are tagged. See over his left here, he's got a yellow tag. That signified that they have been vaccinated and neutered. You could walk up there on the hill and through the old town, or you can also follow the lake here. If you're checking on a map, it might look like you are walking on water, but you literally are. At some point there's a little platform, a wooden platform, over the lake. The lake is fed by underground streams, and it is nearly 300 meters deep at its deepest points. I know it can be a little bit annoying when YouTubers keep asking you to subscribe, but apparently it works. So if you've made it that far into the video and you're enjoying what you see, please do consider subscribing. It really helps. I hope you enjoyed that little video. If you are planning a trip and have any questions, do feel free to pop them in the comment section. Or if you are a local and you noticed I've said anything wrong, please do correct me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.